Welcome to the Life Force Power Center. Jedi Master Jedi, Jedi Prince. And today we're going to talk about the super bug, the bug that we're not supposed to talk about, the bug we're not supposed to mention or we'll be cut off or ostracized. I have paperwork, tons of research, this bug and other bugs and other types of things. Do I know where it came from? Do I know how it began? Do I know the cure for it? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I tell you, maybe I won't. Should I tell you? Should I share with you what that is? Do you really even want to know? Will you apply the truth if we gave it to you or if I gave it to you? What it is, the symptoms, the side effects. Is it natural? Is it unnatural? Is it a bioweapon? Or is it something bigger than that? What's really going on? Who's using it? Why they're using it? Are they all using it for the agenda? Are you using it for your agenda? This is in this cycle right here, because we're just going in circles with this. And that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to release your mind so you have your power against any super bug, any super virus, any super killer. You become the virus killer. You know what the virus killer is? You know what the cure is? This is a cure. This is a cure. And through this, your intellect, through research, understanding, you realize that there's cures for everything. There's solutions for everything. You've just been tricked and not finding the solutions. So I could tell you it started here. Oh, it didn't start it there. They made it here and they took it over there and brought it here. Or maybe they had it over here all the time and they use this and then they changed the name of it here. I have all of these answers. Yes, I do know. But that wouldn't serve you. Because what created this was blissful ignorance. Blissful ignorance created this super bug, this super shutdown. Because so many decided not to know what's happening in the world. Not to know what's going on. Not to research, not to get hard documents that are public records that is always given to them. And I get it, we're busy, we're trying to live, we're trying to survive. But is that really an excuse for you not to take responsibility of your free time, your free life, your free will? Is that really an excuse? I don't have time to take responsibility. I can't make time to take my free will. I'm going to use my time to escape this other stuff. And that is the reason why we're here. So, it will serve no purpose in telling you. Even if I show you the cures and the elixirs, I've been thinking how to do this, how to give this out to the world. And the problem is, most of you are in so much fear, you'll buy all the products off the shelf and not do it correctly, and then say, oh, it didn't work. Terrible, it didn't work. Because this here is not in alignment with what's going on. These two, your heart and mind, have to be in line. And if that is in alignment, then whether I have something or another entity has something or you find something on your own, it's right there. But you can't have a cure for something you don't understand the cause of. When you go to a doctor and a healer are different. A doctor is not a healer. A healer heals you, finds the problem, and finds what's causing the problem. A doctor medicates you, examines things under a set of circumstances, usually given to him by the upper echelons on what to examine you with. This is why they ask you, is there a history of this in your family? Because you may be Caucasian. Is there a history of this in your family because you may be black? Is there a history of this in your family because you may be Latino? Yeah, it's a history of bad diet in my family, of this same food, the same lifestyle, the same stress. That's the history. Does that have to do with genetics? Or does it have to do with the same symptoms that's being categorized based on someone's history? You're taking the same symptoms of one thing and you're categorizing it to that. Usually every symptom ends up with going to chest, pneumonia, either heart attack, or stop breathing. All symptoms go there eventually. Organs shut down. That's just the way things are. So you're going to give these symptoms a new name to terrorize the minds of people, to get them to stay further apart than they already are, and to get them retrained into a new system that you're trying to bring online? Are you going to allow that? Are you going to live in blissful ignorance and say, oh, it's all a conspiracy? Well, how is that all a conspiracy working now? Is it a conspiracy that Earth is shut down? All the people you said were conspiracies, they were researchers trying to tell you not to be ignorant, not to be blissful in this ignorance, so this wouldn't have to happen. But you ignore that, and now it's happening, and now the most you could do is stock your house up with toilet paper because you are scared, someone's scared out of you. That's why you have all this toilet paper. So therefore, wake up. Time to wake up. Sleep time is over. Time for you to find your joy, find your power. You are the cure to this. Your mind is a cure. The way you live your life, people will bring cures to you and solutions to you. Right now, it's probably illegal even to say, I have a cure for anything. They'll probably come knocking on your door and say, hey, what you doing with a cure? You're not sanctioned to have a cure. Well, if you open your mind and you wake up, then you can remove those kind of laws that tell people they can't have natural cures or super unnatural cures, whatever works to get the job done. You have that ability to do that. But it all starts with your mind, starts with you being proactive to say, I want to research what the problem is. Most people are sick or have been sick for something and they don't know anything about their disease or whatever that is, or dis-ease. If you get an ailment, you need to research everything you can about that ailment. Research and talk to and listen to people who have been cured, whether with naturally, unnaturally. You have to go into research mode. And I know when you go into the medical system, they put you in fear mode and so forth. But we have computers, we have internet. You could research people who have had that and overcame that and see what you need to do to bring that into balance. And even if you can't, you could reach out to someone and say, could you help me research this for me? Because I'm in stress right now. I'm in a lot of fear. So can you help me research that so I can find a better option to be healed? Most of these situations are man-made. The diseases, super viruses, whether in a laboratory made or made because we lived in fear and allow our immune system to get weak, where the regular cold or allergy can give us pneumonia because we allowed our system to get weak, our immune system to get weak by bad choices, lifestyles, and diets. And I'm guilty of that too. I've been there. We all been there. But don't live there. Don't live there. It's your time for you to be strong. Your time to say, hey, the world is shut down, so I'm going to turn up. This is when you turn up your power and say, I'm going to find out what's going on with me. I'm going to get myself together. What's allowing me to be in fear? Maybe it's all the TV and all the news programs and so forth you're watching all the time. Start looking at what's bringing fear into your world. Shut it down. Shutdowns are good. You got to shut down the right thing. A lot of you are shut down people in your life and situations when you shouldn't have. You should shut down the source of the lies and the fear. The cure is knowledge. Knowledge is always the cure. What activates the cure? Love, compassion. Love is a motivational energy. Knowledge applied is power. Knowledge by itself is not power. Applied your knowledge, then you have power. You can have knowledge in a book, it sits there, but you got to close the book and put it into action. You have to apply it. So applied knowledge is power. This is the beginning of the cure. You do that, then you change the system that allow people to bring you cures. You stop making all this crazy assessments and repeating what media tell you or even the government tell you. You research for yourself and your own team. Then you find this cure. You say the cure is right there all the time. But mainly the cure is you get people the cure and then they do the same bad lifestyle. You create the problem again, or even worse problems. So that's why the bug is here. The super bug is here. You are the super bug. So if you're the super bug, you could be the super cure. So if you're the super cure, then there's the answer. Don't matter if it's man-made from outer space or from something else. You will have a way to protect yourself, make your immunity super immunity, and overcome it. And if it's a super alien or a super race that's trying to take over the earth, then wake up and say no. You know, you don't have to go along with any external being. This is your earth. This is your place. Don't think you don't have the power to shut anything down that doesn't belong here. It's only what you allow. It's only what they tell you to be afraid of. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Don't do that. Be afraid. Oh, those white people going to kill you. Oh, those black people going to rob you. Be afraid. Look at that shadow. Run. That's the trick. And it's still your decision to be afraid or to be in love. So, where's love? I haven't heard love in a while. It's like love is a 4-letter word. And some of you, I know what you're thinking. You have to go back to your power. You need to say, look, I am the cure. My thinking is the cure. My thinking, my good nature, my truth is a cure. And when you do that, someone will bring that to you. Someone will say, this person, these people, this group of people, hey, they know how to handle the truth. Right now, there are countries that are not in full fear, in full shutdown. Do you even know what those countries are? The media is not going to tell you. You got to search and dig deep for that. I got paperwork goes back to what a virus is and isn't and so forth. And I thought about making videos. A lot of you are not even going to watch this. So why would I make that video when a lot of people won't watch that? So I just put this out for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people who I watch it. For you to have a cure. And know that you are the cure. And when you say, I am the cure, you begin this process, it comes to you. Or you see it, you recognize it, and you go towards it and get it. And there's no government, no entity that's going to stop you from getting what you need. Even if you have to go to the country where it's available. And it may not be available here because they want you in fear. So you bounce out of here to somewhere else and get it. And you live with that society because they're not living in fear, they're living in cure. Then you find a way, then you find out why they suppress that society, why they shame that society, why did they embargo that society, why did they block that society from being part of the system? Because they lived in their power and truth. Why do you think all the indigenous cultures got murdered and massacred when countries were taken over? Because they didn't want them running around with cures and knowledges for the slaves or the indigenous servants or the serfs. They wanted to keep them under control, so you could not have indigenous people freeing them mentally, physically, and with their diet as well. So it's simple. Your ignorance is bliss, and that's what created this shutdown. So how blissful is it now? Not so blissful. So knowledge is power if you apply it. So apply that knowledge, apply that power, and watch the cure just come all over in all parts of your life, from health to finance to love, everything. Watch that cure. Because you become the cure. You become the source. You are no longer the super bug. You are the superpower.